One of the things I wanted to make sure is that she moved as much of her stuff as she could up here. So she got a two-bedroom apartment, and when she moved up here, and so I wanted to make sure she had all of that. We then and she really did. She's a very social lady anyway, and so she settled in pretty well. She made friends and took part in the activities and that type of thing. And again, she was. In the independent side, it's the facility we placed her in, the community we placed her in is 170 units there. 15 of those are assisted living, but the rest are independent. So that's where she was up until 2004, and that's when some things started happening with her. As I say, she fell off a cliff, not literally, but figuratively. She stopped taking a shower, she stopped brushing her teeth, she stopped combing her hair, she stopped washing her clothes, and she started bouncing checks, all of those kind of things. And actually that was in the fall of 2003. And so at that time I got a caregiver, a private caregiver for her that came in 3 or 4 times a week, and took her out, tried to help her with a number of things. She fought it tooth and nail. She became somewhat paranoid at that time and said some really ugly things to me, wrote me some very ugly notes that she'd leave for me on her kitchen counter there. But that's normal. I don't want to say normal, but it's certainly not abnormal kind of behavior for people with Alzheimer's. I think what you've got to do yourself is steel yourself that this isn't me, this is the disease that's talking, and you have to step back. That's not always that easy, even though I've worked with Alzheimer's people for years. She was my mother, and she still knew how to press the buttons to get me upset. And it would happen, and then I'd have to stand back and say, okay, I know what she's doing, and she doesn't mean it. And so for instance, she before I took her checkbook away, she lost her checks, and who knows what happened to them. She either ripped them up, or they might still be in her apartment, hidden somewhere. But she then blamed me for taking her checkbook, and I hadn't. So it was pretty ugly. I never did this to my mother. How dare you do this to me? I can take care of things. And I said, well, Mother, you are bouncing checks. No, I'm not. So she deny reality, even though she got the statement or the bounce check notice. She just denied that it even happened. So then at a certain point, we had to take the checkbook. I had to really reduce her freedom in a way, what she could and couldn't do.